What famous person didn't deserve all the hate that they got? A guy who played Kid Anakin, he was bullied so hard that it ruined all the love he had for Star Wars. Rebecca Black got roasted hard at 14 years old for the song Friday, paid by both Black's mom and a good chunk of the proceeds, but he flew under the radar from the abuse. Granted, it's a dumb song, but the hatred was immense for a 14-year-old kid. Sinead O'Connor tried to expose the abuse from the churches and pretty much lost her career. People used her as a punching bag at the time, but nobody ever apologized to her. Dixie Chicks, Pee Wee Herman, Monica Lewinsky, Mo. He could have denied that picture of him smoking marijuana was actually him since it was unclear. At the end of the day, he didn't deny it and lost some serious endorsements if I remember right. Not a big deal. Not part of her costume and she gets cancelled. Also, it's a titty. Why the uproar? Titties are great. Anna Nicole Smith, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bynes, Eartha Kitt, Salieri. Pretty chill dude. Mozart's biggest supporter. Lent him his librettista so he could write Figaro. Took care of Mozart's kid after he passed away. Marie Antoinette. With next to zero knowledge of a world she wasn't let near by those who made the decisions for her. And then she was killed. Richard Gere. That rumor was nasty and uncalled for. I've heard it had something to do with him calling out the nastiness of the Chinese government. Richard Jewell. Jesse Eisenberg, that time he called out that cringy unprofessional interviewer. Jimmy Carter. Colin Kaepernick. The NFL did him wrong along with the patriotic fans. Most of them. Famous people are still people, and they still make mistakes. The abuse they receive from the public is uncool and needs to stop. Justin Bieber. Dude was literally a child when the entire world was putting him down. You don't need to be a fan to treat someone with basic respect. Guy Fieri. Jimmy Carter. He was an okay president during some hard times. Indeed, now we know that Reagan's people delayed the release of the Iran hostages until after the election. Janet Jackson. The obvious one, Johnny Depp. Blake was put out. Johnny received massive amounts of hate for something no one had proof he even did. Brie Larson. I don't know what she did to piss off so many neckbirds. If someone could educate me, I'd appreciate it. Jesus. Paula Yates Rip. Fred Hampton. Megan Fox. Monica Lewinsky. She was young and he was the president. Talk about a power dynamic. Fatty Arbuckle. He went to prison for years when the DA tried him for death of a starlet. Later found innocent, he was no longer welcome in Hollywood. Alec Baldwin. Dude was handed a gun and told, okay, in this scene you shoot that person. He shouldn't have to, nor does he have the expertise to determine if the bullets are blanks. Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden gets hate too, but Hillary was trashed even more so. And whatever sins either of them committed pale in comparison to the other guy. Vanilla Ice. Rolling. She deserves some of it, OFC, but some parts of it are just unreasonable. Will Smith. That's a bit too much going on for one slap. Armor opened the chamber to inspect the rounds and handed it to Baldwin, declaring it a cold weapon. No, they weren't filming, it was rehearsal of a scene. So he did as scripted, aka his job. Professor Severus Snape, Chris Pratt, George Lucas, Johnny Depp, Robert Munch. Who cares what he does in his personal time? He's a brilliant writer. Satan. That satanic panic was ludicrous. She they didn't do nothing wrong. John Mayer. Why there is, and when he was an asshole, he was the most honest asshole you could find in a celebrity. Still an amazing musician. Nikita Khrushchev. Michael Jackson. PPL still calling him a pedo, but I've never seen any actual evidence at it. Damn. Tanya Harding. Louis C.K. At that time, consent was all you would need. He asked, they said yes. He asked again, they said yes again. Things have changed and he apologized. I simply do not think he is a monster like some folks claim. I actually think he's a great comedian and seems to be an ever better person, despite how I feel about his legal and kind of vanilla fetishes. I could think of plenty. But Reddit is a pretty liberal place, so I'll keep it to myself. Adolf Nevermind. Louis C.K. But the onus falls on whom? Ing Empire on his own, but historically was viewed as some civilization-destroying antichrist figure. He deserved some hate, but definitely not all of what he got. He's a dick and what he did was wrong, but I don't think Will Smith should have the heat he has. Everyone I know who has gotten into a fight has done so over the wrong thing being said to a woman. Judging him for that slap, but just ignoring the fact they themselves probably done worse is absurd. Yeah, Yes, what he did is wrong, but still nothing a lot of people judging him haven't done as well. Did I speak a couple of years ahead? Amber Heard. Johnny Depp playing the victim was laughable and pathetic. Amber Heard incels big mad over this one. What happened to y'all as facts don't care about your feelings, but you pretended you were all about. Trump, he didn't do anything bad yet people keep hating for no reason. Donald Trump, I can come up with a lot of politicians. 10-4, but the way we treat them when talking about them or viewing them in the news is terrible. He really deserves it though those that voted for said person has another view on the matter. Pretty much any female celeb ever. Monica Lewinsky is a rape victim. Kanye, Donald Trump, Roll Harris, unpopular pick but Mariah Carey. I felt like she's disrespected a little too much in comparison to most of her contemporaries. She had in the 2010s are not an excuse to minimize her talent and the legacy she left as a musician. Or there are people who would mock her just to praise other singers like Celine Dion and Beyonce. James Gunn, but is doing quite well now. The girl playing Ellie in The Last of Us live action. It's disgusting how people are bullying her for her looks. Taylor Swift, Hayden Christensen for playing an annoying character. Also the guy who played young Anakin and the actress who played Rose from the sequels. Eminem and Ruling. Marie Antoinette. You know what? I'm gonna say Will Smith does not deserve the hate he got for slapping Chris Rock. Was it okay to slap him? No. Was it as traumatic and horrible as people make it out to be? Also no. It's not even close to being the worst thing to have happened at an Oscar. The guys from Nickelback. Axl Rose, abusive childhood but being forced to go on tour in '91 instead of being allowed to deal privately.